Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Heroes and Videos, where we talk about all things comic book related and video and film related and films about comics, but mostly talk about comics. If you like the videos, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to subscribe to the channel, get notifications whenever we drop new videos. With no further ado, we're going to get right into it. I have just recently learned, trial and error, that I got to keep these things under 15 minutes. So we're going to roll through this. Today we're going to be looking at the top 10, or my top 10 favorite Amazing Spider-Man covers that I have in my collection. Going to start off with some honorable mentions though before we get to the top 10. First up is Amazing Spider-Man 131. Oops, sorry, I'm going to try to keep that from getting the glare at you. Not very well though. Amazing Spider-Man 131. Crazy concept and a striking cover. It's Gil Kane, I think. Aunt May is marrying Dr. Octopus. Yes, that almost happened. Spider-Man swinging in, trying to stop the festivities there. I do find it a little odd. Looks like everybody, where are we? Everybody in the congregation appears to be armed, which is, I find very odd. Aunt May is staring right ahead like nothing's wrong, nothing's going on. Great dress, by the way, May. But I hope it's not the one that you wore when you married Uncle Ben. That's kind of awkward. The next up is my third favorite Spider-Man artist. We're still in the honorable mentions. Todd McFarlane. This Amazing Spider-Man 300. Just a great iconic pose and iconic cover. Fun fact, I met Todd back in the 90s at a comic shop in the area, like a local comic shop. The story was, I think somebody had won a contest. A fan had won a contest. I wasn't the fan, but did get to go to the shop where he'd come out to visit. He signed a number of things, just super down to earth, really nice guy. I didn't get him to sign that book. I did get him to sign these next two. And I did get a piece of a page of original art from him, which I still have to this day. Next up, still in the honorable mentions, is that McFarlane Venom cover, Amazing Spider-Man 316. I don't know why he signed this one T. McFarlane. The next one he signed Todd McFarlane. Same signing though. But just a cool cover that just really kind of pops, with Venom on the cover there and Spider-Man obviously not having a great day. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man 328. This is with the Incredible Hulk, obviously. He's kind of in his gray phase right there. And signed by Todd. Yeah, just a great dynamic cover. I mentioned Todd is my third favorite Amazing Spider-Man artist. Number two, coming in second, is the frenetic Ron Frenz, who had a fantastic mighty fantastic and amazing run on a number of Marvel titles. You can probably figure out which ones those were by my adjectives there. This is, of course, Amazing Spider-Man 252. Super big deal at the time with Spider-Man getting a new costume. It's just love. Ron Frenz is just fantastic. Met him at a show recently. He was also at that same comic shop. Shout out to Daydream Books. Back in the 90s, wasn't the same time that McFarlane was there, and he did Ron Frenz did a little pencil and ink sketch for me of a Hobgoblin and Spider-Man in the black suit, which was pretty cool. Still have it. And my recollection is it only took him about 10 minutes to whip it out there, but it was pretty cool. It was amazing. He's amazingly talented artist, does commissions with Catskill, and I don't remember the end of Catskill's name, but if you Google Catskill and Ron Frenz, you'll see it. I'll see if I can put a link in the description. But with no further ado, let's get to the top 10. Number 10, Amazing Spider-Man King Size Special, which I think officially is now called Amazing Spider-Man Annual. Number 9, it's a lot like this picture over my shoulder from Amazing Spider-Man 39 with Green Goblin and Spider-Man in the foreground there. The cover's been redone any number of times. Next up is number 9, Amazing Spider-Man 151, an iconic water picture here, this iconic image of Spider-Man on t-shirts and posters everywhere. apologies to Steve Ditko and the folks that love Amazing Spider-Man 33. This is easily my favorite water cover there. The other thing I love about it is the blurb that says, you'll never guess the shocking secret identity of this issue's villain. Well, spoiler alert, it is the Shocker. Also, one thing I don't like is the only thing I don't like about this is the concept of, Spider-Man saying on the cover, only one of us gets out of here alive. That's not really a very Spider-Man thing to say. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man 124. This one has it all. Great Spider-Man pose. J. Jonah Jameson admitting that, his son is the Man-Wolf. And the Man-Wolf, I mean, who doesn't love the Man-Wolf? I mean, I guess the truth is a lot of people don't love the Man-Wolf, but I love the Man-Wolf. I mean, what's not to love? An albino werewolf that discovered some kind of space rock on the moon that enchanted him and made him a werewolf. I mean, plus he's an astronaut, so how can you not love an astronaut werewolf? That's just awesome. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man 129. You probably will notice a number of the covers I have on this list are mainly due to the great composition. This is just so cool. I love how innovative it is with the Spider-Man appearing in the crosshairs of Punisher's scope. Yes, it's the first appearance of the Punisher and the Jackal. If you look closer, though, none of those shots seem to be hitting Spider-Man. So I don't know if the Punisher is that great a shot. I have a feeling John Barenthal would probably do better with that. Next up, it's Amazing Spider-Man 136. Another just awesome cover. The way the colors pop on this one with the yellow background. You've got Peter Parker and Harry Osborn in the foreground and their alter egos fighting it out above the city in the background, symbolically or not. Just a great cover. Coming in, I believe, at number 5, Amazing Spider-Man 100. I've got a couple of these. This was back when anniversary issues weren't really that big a deal, but this one was. I love the negative background of the villains and supporting cast. This is years before they used a similar look for Mr. Negative. And it's such a classic, iconic pose. It hit me making the video. It's like, wait, I know I've got that on something somewhere, and realized I'm actually wearing it on my shirt. So, but just, classic issue. Number 4, this one almost didn't make the list because I didn't own it for the longest time. Amazing Spider-Man 39. As I mentioned, it's on the wall behind me, or at least the cover is. Got this at Charlotte last year. And just really just a great classic iconic cover. Plus, it's the first issue with John Romita doing the art, which is start of an amazing run. Number 3, Amazing Spider-Man 122, second half of the story that changed comic books, certainly changed this title. I still see the Union Jack in this bottom corner. Once you see that with the British flag, those bombs going off, it's kind of hard to unsee it. It's got that Spider-Man thing. Only one of us is getting out of here, or you're gonna die villain or whatever, which is not really a Spider-Man thing, more Punisher, but just a great cover. And again, fantastic book. If I was recommending 2 comic books for someone to read that wanted to see just how good comics could be, it would be Amazing Spider-Man 121 and 122. Number 2, I don't know how I'm doing for time. We'll see. Number 2, Amazing Spider-Man 75. I love the perspective on this cover where it's the end of a gang war storyline. You see someone's died there in the middle ground, but just the idea that, Spider-Man's obviously struck by whatever's just happened, and he's walking towards us, but then you see him also in the reflection walking away from us. So it's just such a cool image, cool use of perspective. And then last up is number 1, Amazing Spider-Man 113. Love this cover. I have a couple of these too. It's, on its surface, it looks like, it's Spider-Man fighting Dr. Octopus. But what's really going on here is you'll see it's a newspaper clipping of the battle, and it's thumbtacked to a bulletin board against Spider-Man's mask. And in the story, Spider-Man's lost his mask, and it's ended up being, spoilers for a 50-some-year-old comic, it's ended up at the Daily Bugle with J. Jonah Jameson, and he's thumbtacked the mask to the bulletin board at the Bugle, and it's just so cool to me. There's so much is going on here. You know, you see that bulletin board background, the mask, thumbtack to it, and the storyline with our hero fighting Dr. Octopus. So that is all I have for my list. Would love to hear your list of your favorite Amazing Spider-Man covers in your collection. Put those in the comments. We are Heroes and Videos, so talking a little film. Superman's coming out soon. Go see it. It looks fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, Fantastic Four is coming out not long after that. Go see that too. See Thunderbolts if you haven't seen that. I'm not big into the Marvel versus DC thing. Great comic movies are great for everybody. So go see them. Non-comic movie plug, go see Life of Chuck. The Life of Chuck is out, and it's a really great, uplifting film. If you want an MCU connection, Tom Hiddleston is in it. But yeah, just a really good film. So go do that. Tip of the week, I don't have the comic with me, but Captain America #1 just came out this past Wednesday. It's a really good read. Pick it up. In the meantime, keep reading comics, keep going to see films, and be kind. Be kind to each other. Thanks.